To be honest, I would think the role of IT is actually somewhat diminished. And I think it also depends on what sort of cloud solution you go for. Because you can go for just the platform, whereas you can go for a managed platform, whereas all the services are being managed. You can also go for not just a platform managed platform, you can also go for where even the users' requests are being handled by an external person. And so I would think in AON's case, because first of all, we definitely can't have the whole platform outside. So the actual, which obviously those platforms no longer need to be maintained by IT. Whereas in the old days, we have to apply patches, we have to upgrade the software, we have to upgrade the hardware. All of that now is done because you've outsourced that whole bit in the cloud environment. But we've gone further in terms of, okay, what about user? So again, when you host things internally, apart from having to look after the physical infrastructure, you also have to handle user. If users have a problem or they have a request, which normally will require you to do changes to your system to service that request. Now your role is, because you don't do it anymore because it's all outside, your role is really to take the message from the user and then to pass in another person for them to be resolved. So the role of IT has definitely changed. I would think it's changed from, it's actually become less technical in terms of much more user facing, because you face the users a problem, they come to you, but you don't resolve them, you don't give them the solution. You're the middle person who liaise between the user and the final solution provider. My role will probably see, in fact, it's actually not just in fact the impact's not just on me. I think the impact I would think is actually would be on for example, we are actually, you get to say you don't really need a country CIO anymore, do you? Because a lot of solutions are global solutions. So the global solutions, global deployment. So if you look at what a CIO really does, right, they're meant to be making decisions. They're meant to be at a different level. And it is true that has changed the way I have worked, because I remain kind of at a country and slightly regional level. When the decisions are made at a global level, obviously your role has changed. And my role will definitely change. And I think, in fact, I think gradually there won't be country CIOs, and there won't even be regional CIOs. And I think that's that will be a natural trend, because especially if you work for a global company where all applications, all technology, all determined at the global level. So my role will change more in terms of I might not be the decision maker anymore, ignoring whether the title will continue. I won't be the decision maker anymore in terms of, okay, I won't be the one choosing what platform we go to or what hardware we use, because it's all determined at a global level. Your role will become more, in fact, I've noticed a change already, that more like managing relationships. And managing relationships in terms of, for example, you have to manage, you sit on a country level or regional level. You have to deal with a lot of country management, country CEO, country MDs. So you actually have to sell, the global solution to this country management. You also have to sell the solution to the country users. You also have to manage the rollout of all of these global applications to the country to make sure the users accept them. So it's become much more, how do I say, it's actually become a very, very people-oriented role, which puts another question mark, right? You know, like you actually don't need an IT degree to do what I do anymore.